Good afternoon with some possible weather. Look, we don't really know. It could hit us, it could not.
Hold on. There's one right there. I'm good. I'm ready.
All right, producer Gracie's going to go grab a game ball as the wind really whips here at Field 1 at Palmasola. It's game 1 of 3 between the Skeeters and the Phinz. Going to go as long as we can. There's currently a storm over the coast that is causing a little bit of issue. So we'll give you the starting lineup for the visiting South Bradenton Skeeters. Skeeters 2-9 on the summer. The Phinz enter at 3-9. Leading off for the Skeeters is Avery Barton, the second baseman. Kate Westmiller, the right fielder, hits second. Jenna Redders is at short, hitting third. Avery Miller's at first, cleaning up. Lindsay Chadwick, the ad today, is in the 5 spot. Adelaide Hawk, the left fielder, bats 6th. Alexa Muller, the DP, is in the 7 hole. Tegan Riley's at 3rd, batting 8th. Annalisa Weinbarger, the catcher, is in the 9 spot. Ava Castillo, the center fielder, turns it over in the 10 hole. And they're facing Ella Torres in the circle for the Phinz. And the first pitch to Barton is foul. Way out of play. 0-1. Torres this summer with an ERA of 14, 0-4 her record, 17 innings, 41 hits, 36 runs, 34 earned, 22 walks and 7 strikeouts. Quickly 0-2 on Barton. Another foul ball. That is crushed right towards a car. One and two. Not my car. Barton out to left, and that's down for a base hit. So the Skeeters strike first. And here's the defense for the Phinz for now. Braden's in left, Vukadinovich in center, Morgan in right. Albert at third, Palante at short, Sanchez at second, Taylor at first, and Sars behind the plate. Avery Barton, the Mercer Bear, has reached. She had a .320 average, and now Kate Westmiller fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. Westmiller out of Longwood. Three of 29, 2 runs scored. Cued back to the circle. Torres will throw to first. 1 down. which will bring up Green Bay's Jenna Redders. 9 for 28, 321 average, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 8 runs. 424 on base percentage. That got away. Strike one. Foul ball. Out to right field, and that's a run for the Skeeters. Jenna Redders with the RBI single. Redders with RBI number 3. And up comes Avery Miller. She got mentioned in the Softball America article today, published by Brady Vernon. We collaborated on it. Ball 1 to another Longwood Lancer, Miller, who's hitting .526, 9 RBIs, 2 doubles, 2 runs, OBP at .654. Wind is really, really whipping. That got all the way back. Wild pitch will send Redders to second. 2-0.
How are you? Thanks.
Hard foul, 2-2.
You're good, you're good. She is. Yes, ma'am. I know, it's awesome.
Miller in the air to left field. Braden a bit of a run. She'll make the catch. Redders does tag up. And Avery Miller retired by Torres. Ball 1 to Lindsay Chadwick from Jacksonville. Chadwick is hitting .240, 6 of 25 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs. 2-1. Called strike 3. Good job by Torres painting the inner half, freezing Chadwick, and we go to the bottom of the first, 1-0. Here is the starting lineup for the Siesta Key Phinz. 3-9 on the summer. Alexis Morgan, the right fielder, leads off. Amari Braden's in the 2 spot, the left fielder. Facing Brooke Steinhorst in the circle. Strike 1 to Morgan. Paige Vukadinovich bats third. She's in center. In the 4 spot, Jesse Taylor, the first baseman. Batting fifth is Mariah Sanchez, the second baseman. Lily Palante, the shortstop's in the 6th hole. Abby Sars is catching, hitting 7th. Michaela Franzen's the DP in the 8 hole. Sam Albert is at 3rd, batting 9th. Facing Brooke Steinhorst in the circle. Steinhorst with an ERA of 10.50, 2-5 record, 20 innings, 32 hits, 32 runs, 30 earned, 19 walks, and 3 strikeouts for Brooke. Up the middle, stopped at second, and there's the first out. Defense for the Skeeters looks like this. Hawk in left, Castillo in center, Westmiller in right, Riley at third, Redders at short, Barton at second, Miller at first, Weinbarger behind the plate, and here is Amari Braden. Braden hitting .303, Pitt Panther takes it low for ball one. 10 of 33, 12 runs scored. She's driven in 5, 1 homer, 2 doubles, 465 on base percentage. She's walked 9 times and stolen a second in the league 11 bases. Now 2-0. Two and one. And ball 4, so Braden's on first. She's going to take off very soon. And here is Paige Vukadinovich. One fouled off. Paige, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, hitting .432, 12 RBIs on 16 of 37 hitting. 5 doubles, 11 runs scored. Runner goes. The throw is down and off the glove of Barton. And now Braden's thinking 3. While holding her Evo shield, she slides in to third base. So 1 steal and then an E4 will move Braden to third. Foul ball. And a swing and a miss, and now Braden is going to come home and get tagged out. So a strikeout. And then Braden is tagged out trying to come home. So none of that was what the Phinz wanted. Minus Vukadinovich reaching first, and now Jesse Taylor pops up the first pitch. Over to short, catch made, inning over. Man, that really worked out for Brooke Steinhorst and the Skeeters. 1-0 after 1 here on field 1.
did it in game changer.
Skeeters have 6, 7, 8 due up here in the second. Hawk, Muller, and Riley. As the changes are among us for the Phinz. And Adelaide Hawk pops up the first pitch, and it's dropped. Actually, I don't even know if Sanchez ever touched it. Oh, look at producer Gracie. E6 did take the glove. That's what happens as I look down to try and craft all these shifts. So an E6, and now Muller takes ball one. Alexa Muller out of Harvard. Franzen is at first. Sarr still behind the plate. Sanchez at short. Sam Albert still at third. Looks like Palante is over at second. Vukadinovich still in center, and then Whitted and Jackin in the corner outfield spots. Muller to left field, and that's over the head of Jackin off the fence. Alexa Muller will have a double, and now a play at the plate. A run will score. Sarr's got knocked down. As Hawk and Sarrs collided. It's 2-0 Skeeters now. So now runner at third. That was a lot. Tegan Riley steps in at a Lynn. Now Mickey Dean's coming to ask our home plate umpire a question. I'm not really sure what the question would be because so here is Tegan Riley after all that is sorted out. Riley from Lynn. Hitting 174 this summer, 4 of 23 with 3 RBIs, 2 homers, and 4 runs. And there's ball 4. Up comes Annalisa Weinbarger out of Winthrop. Catcher, batting .357 with 7 RBIs, 3 homers, a double, and 5 runs. Runner goes, and coming in to score is Muller. 3-0 Skeeters, as the double steal works. Two and one. Foul ball. Weinbarger towards center field. Vukadinovic backs up and makes the catch, colliding with the fence. Boy, the wind, I think, kept that one in somehow. Good base running by Riley as she got to third, and now Vukadinovic is down. So fouled away by Ava Castillo, as Vukadinovic says she's all right. Castillo, the 10 hitter, 5 of 31 this summer, 161 average with an RBI and 3 runs. Now quickly 0-2. Caught it first. No chance for the double play. That's a nice job by Franzen to get Castillo. And send it back to the top of the order with Avery Barton, who singled and scored earlier. Pull one to the Mercer Bear. Two and one. Another one. 2 and 2. We kind of flew through the first, but this inning has been substantially long. Past SARS, and that'll open up the window for Riley to come in to score 4-0 on the wild pitch. And now 3 runs in and a full count on Avery Barton. 4-0 Skeeters. Oh, and a called strike 3. Barton couldn't believe it, but that ends the inning. And we go to the bottom of the second. 4-0 Skeeters. First pitch low as we start the bottom of the second. Mariah Sanchez, Lily Palante, and Abby SARS due up. Sanchez from Mercer at the plate. Hitting .346. 9 of 26, 8 RBIs, a triple, and 2 doubles, and she's going to improve the average with a base hit out to center field. Leadoff single, first hit of the day for the Phinz. Palante hit it to short, and the throw from Redders will get the double play. So just like that, in the blink of an eye, 2 out here in the second. And first pitch ball to the incoming freshman going to Virginia Tech, Abby Sars, who he also beat in pickleball last night. 2 for 20 this summer with a double and 3 runs. 1-1. Well, as we near the end of the bottom of the second, let's check in on the other field. See what's happening on field 2 with Tom. Over there, it is 1-0 Slice over the Impact. They're in the top of the third. Full count. Foul. Sars sends this in the air towards deep short, and backing up his Redders, she'll make the catch. Inning over. We've played 2. Steinhorst did a nice job after the leadoff single. 4-0 Skeeters. Well, I'll tell you what, the weather is getting better up in here as we go to the third. 4-0 Skeeters over the Phinz. Game 1 of 3 here in this series. 2, 3, 4 due up. Wes Miller, Redders, and Miller. Okay, Wes Miller grounded out in the first. And she takes strike 1. One and one. Alexa Muller's trying to say something to the camera. I don't think she knows the score bug is blocking her. I can hide it for a minute. Wes Miller to center field. That's down. Kate Wes Miller with the base hit. Now Jenna Redders. Wes Miller's is going to take off and get the stolen base. So Kate Westmiller on second now for Jenna Redders, who already has an RBI single in the first. Three and 0. And ball 4. So Redders has now been on twice. And the stage is very much set for Avery Miller. The power lefty who did fly out to left in the first. One of the toughest outs in the league. Torres got her first time. It won't happen this time. That's down in left center. Vukadinovic cuts it off. A run will score. Redders will put on the brakes and stay at third. That's an RBI single for Miller to make it 5-0 Skeeters. Up comes Lindsey Chadwick, strikeout looking in the first to wrap up that inning. And now time called by the Phinz defense. As you see the left side of your screen, Morgan Kostler, the head coach of the Skeeters, come in and have a word with Chadwick. Craig Rourke is the first base coach today. Ball 1. That's foul, 1-2. Miller will take off on the wild pitch. Foul ball. Now the 3-2. Chadwick pops this on top of the Phinz dugout. Actually, just a hair beyond. It will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Still nobody out in the inning, by the way. Oh, the car that's driving needs to look out. Oh boy, everything's fine, but that was actually kind of close. Another payoff from Torres. Ball 4. Nice walk drawn by Chadwick. They are loaded up with nobody out. And here is Adelaide Hawk, who reached on an error and scored in the 2nd inning. Now comes Coach Dean to have a word with Torres. New pitcher in the game for the Phinz is the Pittsburgh Panther, Amari Braden. Tanis Jacken has come out to play left. Braden this summer, a 9.13 ERA, 2-3 record, 23 innings, 36 hits, 34 runs, 30 earned, 31 walks, and 11 strikeouts. By the way, Taylor is at 3rd. Sanchez at 2nd. Palante is at short. And Albert's now at 1st. So Adelaide Hawk will face Braden and foul off the first pitch. 0 for 1 with a run scored. Ooh. Oh, Alexa. 0-2. Hawk swung, but it hit her, and it was a live ball, but Muller threw it back to the catcher. That's okay. Happens to us all. The 0-2 from Braden. Checked foul. One and two. Top 4 on the other field. Still 1-0 slice over the Impact. That got away, but no movement from Redders. Good job by SARS making sure it didn't get too far. Foul ball. Morgan Kostler over in the third base coaching box, head coach for the Skeeters. Watching as this battle rages on. And again, Hawk fouled off something that I thought was about to hit her. Another foul ball. Full count. Skeeters trying to truly bust this open. 5-0, but a chance for more. Still with nobody out. There's an RBI walk. So Hawk brings in a run. It's 6-0. That's her 5th ribby of the summer. And strike one to Alexa Muller, who doubled and scored earlier. One and two. Phinz trying to creep ahead of the Circus, who lost today. Skeeters trying to make a move. Alexa Muller out to center field off the fence. And this might just be a really long RBI single. That's what it is. 7-0. Bases still loaded. Everybody had to hold in case Vukadinovic made the catch. And Alexa Muller is 2 for 2. First pitch ball to Tegan Riley. She walked and scored in the second. On the ground, it ate up Albert at first. One run will score. Now Hawk is heading home. She slides in safely. 9-0 Skeeters after the error. Annalisa Weinbarger to left field. Add to the total. It's a 6-run inning with an out yet to be recorded. 10-0 Skeeters. Ava Castillo lined out to first. She'll foul off the first pitch. Back to the circle. Braden will throw to first. Albert couldn't find the bag for a minute. But the ground out will send it back to the top of the order. And Castillo's going to come and run at second as we go back to Barton. Avery Barton 1 for 2 with a single, a run, and a strikeout. Ball 1. Popped up on the infield. Catch made by Albert. 2 gone. And back to Kate Westmiller, who started the inning with a single and a run. Two and out. Kate Westmiller of a Longwood Lancer, native of Marysville, Michigan, junior last year for Dr. Megan Brown. Back to Braden. She'll look to first base, and that'll end the inning. So a pair of 1-3 groundouts in the frame, but damage certainly done. 10-0 Skeeters going to the bottom of the third. To the bottom of the third we go. The Phinz need to put something together. They've got 8-9-1 due up. Franzen, Albert, and Morgan against Brooke Steinhorst. Back out to pitch. So far, that weather holding off. We were a little concerned. I thought we might barely get through an inning. But guess what? Mother Nature said, you're fine, calm down. And now it seems like we got about an hour. So as long as this game does not do anything dumb, because we're already at an hour 5, I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, it should be okay over there, too. Quickly 2-0 on Franzen from Walters State. Michaela hitting .318, 7 for 22, 4 RBIs, couple doubles and 3 runs. That one just didn't come out right for Steinhorst, 3-0. Ball 4. So Franzen draws the walk. Leadoff base runner again for the Phinz, and here comes Sam Albert. Albert from St. John's River State College. Came in a little late, so just 1 for 4 this summer. Does have a .571 OBP. Back to Steinhorst. She'll throw to second, but it got away. And the E1 will put 2 on with nobody out. The play was there, just threw to her right. Kind of missed arm side. And now back to the top of the order for the Phinz. Alexis Morgan, who grounded out earlier. And I know they're down 10-0, but I wouldn't be shocked if she tried to put something on the ground here. There it is, but it's foul. A win for the Skeeters would push them past the Phinz in the standings. These teams currently at 10 and 11. Morgan does bunt. Steinhorst to first. Not in time. Base is loaded. And now the Skeeters will congregate. Braden walked and was left stranded. Well, actually, was technically thrown out at home. Trying to reach on a strikeout. Wild pitch. Two and 0. So on our field right now, at this very moment, and I'll say this now, we have watched games that have currently been 47-0 combined. That's going to change because that's an RBI walk. But before that, we had seen 47-0. which is kind of wild. Paige Vukadinovic. Hey, if the Phinz want to get back in it, right now is the moment. It's your best hitter. On the ground to second. The flip is not in time. That looked right live. RBI unsuccessful fielder's choice. And the Skeeters will challenge. We'll take a look. Please hold. So that was a quick one for producer Gracie and me. Bases loaded, nobody out. (10-2) Skeeters, bottom three, bases loaded for Jesse Taylor. Steinhorst trying to just find an out here in this inning. Two now. That is the one challenge for the Skeeters. They're done. The Phinz still have theirs. And right now they're a base hit away from truly being right back in this game. Fair ball down the third base line. One run will come in. Braden will head for home. Vukadinovic stops at third. That's a 2 RBI double for Jesse Taylor. Phinz within 6 here in the third. And that'll be it for Brooks Steinhorst. Just could not stop the bleeding here in the third inning. New pitcher coming in for the Skeeters, up by 6. Miranda Gill is the new pitcher for the Skeeters, a 13.71 ERA for the Weber international player. 0-4 record, 44 hits, 37 runs, 32 earned, 6 walks to 2 strikeouts for Gill. Coming in for Steinhorst, it's still 10-4 Skeeters. They're very much winning this game, but 4 runs in without an out. There's ball 1 to Mariah Sanchez, who singled in the second. Brooks Steinhorst line, 2 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and a strikeout. Responsible for the 2 on base. Sanchez, ground ball to third, and now Vukadinovic is in a rundown, and she's safe. Just got out of the way of the tag, and they're loaded again. So another unsuccessful fielder's choice in this ball game. And Lily Palante is a swing away from electrifying field one. She hit into a pretty hard luck double play in the second. Out to left, down, base hit. One is in, that's it. Lily Palante just had RBI number 5. Abby Sars popped out. Takes ball 1. So now we're very close to both teams batting around in this third inning. This is the weirdness I was talking about that we were hoping to avoid with weather bearing down on us. But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Full count. And that's another run in. RBI walk for Sars. "17 will come in and run. That's Vukadinovich. And back to the batter who let it all off. A walk and a run for Michaela Franzen. She can tie this game with one swing. It was 10-0. What is going on? Three, 2. Popped up. This should be the first out of the inning. Infield fly was called. First pitch out towards center field by Sam Albert. This will definitely bring in a run. Throw cut off, and it's 10-7 on the sac fly by Albert. Two outs and back to the top of the order. Morgan, 1 for 2. Bunt single and a run scored in this inning. She's trying again, but that's foul. Morgan, previously of UCF, going to play at East Carolina. Another bunt. She's going to be safe. No throw for Riley. 2 bunt singles in the inning alone. They're loaded again. And up comes Amari Braden, who has walked twice, scored once. This walk in this inning drove in a run. Albert is going to run at second now for Vukadinovich. The tying run in a game that was 10-0 going into this half inning is at first base. Ball 1. Out towards center field. That'll end the inning. Phinz leave them loaded, but man, they put up a big one. 7 runs, my gosh, off to the 4th. 10-7 Skeeters. Well, this was a 4-0 game going into the 3rd. Now going into the fourth, it's 10-7. Due up for the Skeeters. Wish I can't even keep track. We got Redders, Miller, and Chadwick. 3-4-5. Jenna Redders is 1 for 1. She's scored a run. She's driven in a run, a single and a walk on her card today. Mari Braden, second pitcher in the game for the Phinz. One and one. Grounded foul. 1 and 2. Redders gets another base hit. Back up the middle, just past diving Sanchez at short. And so a leadoff single for the Skeeters. Jesse Taylor's back at first. Palante back at second. Sanchez back at short. Franzen's at third now. Avery Miller at the plate. Fly out and an RBI single and a run for Miller. Almost hit her. 3-0. And ball 4. So Miller reaches again, as she does. It's the 7th walk drawn by Miller this summer, and up comes Lindsay Chadwick, who worked a really nice walk in the 3rd. Later came in to score, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Checked swing, backhanded by Braden. No chance to get anybody else, but a productive out for Chadwick. And there's one down. Which will send up Adelaide Hawk, who's had an interesting day. 0 for 1. She scored twice. Had an RBI walk in the 3rd. Reached on an error in the 2nd. Lined over to second base. 2 down. But up comes Alexa Muller, who's had a great day. 2 for 2 with an RBI. Single, a double, and a run scored. Or I should say 2 runs scored by the rising second year at Harvard. Trying to help the Skeeters answer. After the Phinz put up 7 in the bottom of the third. One and one. Two and two. Over on the other field. Bottom 5, 1-1. Impact and Slice. Impact has the bases loaded with 1 out. Three and two. Alexa Muller has got a new puppy, Ivy, who's been running around. Not today. I've not seen Ivy. Apparently she went home. Payoff. Rolled over towards second base, and that'll be the end of the inning. First time the Phinz have kept the Skeeters off the scoreboard, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. Skeets still up by 3. Bottom 4, Paige Vukadinovich will lead off. 3-4-5 for the Phinz. Vukadinovich, Taylor, and Sanchez. And Gill gets up strike 1 on Paige, who's 0 for 2 with an RBI and a run. Oh and 2. Sent to third, bobbled by Riley. Not in time, and that'll be an E5. That's the third error of the day by the Skeeters. And that hit Jesse Taylor. So just like that, here comes the tying run. Strike one on Sanchez, who's 1 for 2. Sanchez will find a hole out in left field. They are loaded for the Phinz with nobody out. Strike one to Lily Palante. Double play RBI single, 1 for 2 day for the incoming freshman going to Virginia Tech. Bases loaded. 0-2. Lifted in the air towards left field. That is gone! Grand slam, Lily Palante! Holy cow, the Phinz have scored 11 unanswered to take the lead in the 4th. Wild. Tanis Jackin will hit. It is 11-10 Phinz. This was 10-0 going to the bottom of the 3rd. What in the world? A mind-bending half hour. So much so that the toggle on the score bug gave the Phinz an extra run. Tanis Jackin over to second. That's not going to be in time. Goodness gracious. The Boston College athlete stands on first. Now Faith Whitted will hit for Franzen. Jackin's going to take off. She was going. The throw was not fielded cleanly, so a stolen base for Jackin. Faith Whitted, who's 1 for 21 with 2 RBIs and a double, 4 runs, has a runner in scoring position, and ball 1. Bunted foul, 1-2. Whitted caught at third. The throw to second won't be fielded cleanly. Oh, man. That was a shot right at Tegan Riley. Wow. Now Sam Albert takes strike 1. She's 0 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. Now down 0-2. Over on the other field, they're going to the bottom of the sixth. It's now 3-1 Slice over the impact. Layla Lamar apparently just had a monster home run for the Slice. First batter entering today to reach 20 RBIs, and she is additive a total. It has been an hour and 40 minutes of broadcast time, and here we sit in the bottom of the fourth with surely more twists and turns to come. Heck, maybe in this inning, there's still only one out. Top of the order is waiting. I would say legitimately at this point, nothing's off the table. The Phinz have scored 11 straight runs. One and two. Along with producer Gracie, I'm Gray. Thank goodness that storm over the ocean has held for a little bit. Still got about 42 minutes according to the radar. This has popped up. There's the second out. Morgan fielded at second base, and a good throw will end the inning. Good job by Barton reading that one. But the Phinz, on the grand slam from Lily Palante, have taken a lead from down 10-0 to leading 11-10 after 4 on field 1. Oh, how the turntables. Here in the fifth, it's 11-10 Phinz. Bottom of the order, Riley, Weinbarger, and Castillo due up. She did not go. Tegan is 0 for 1, an RBI, a walk. She scored a run. One and two. Tegan Riley from Lynn. Second year in the FGCL. And she's going to have a hit. Leadoff single out to center field. And there's the tying run here in the fifth. Now Annalisa Weinbarger 1 for 2 with a fly out and an RBI single. Weinbarger to center field. One step, that's all. The Skeeters are back in front, 12-11. First pitch. And Annalisa tattooed it to grab the lead again. Gracious me. 9 RBIs, 4th homer of the summer for the player out of Winthrop. And now Ava Castillo, who's 0 for 2. That ticked back, 1-0. What a weird day on this field. We had a 29-0 game. We had a no-hitter. And now this game is 12-11 in the fifth. And Castillo's going to get a base hit. Ava to left. The bottom of the order goes single, home run, single to set up the top. And that's going to be it for Amari Braden. I believe that means we are going to see Harris. And we'll take a quick pitching change break here in the top of the fifth. Skeeters up by a run. New pitcher for the Phinz is Grace Harris, 6.81 ERA this summer, 1-2 record, 24 2/3 innings, 43 hits, 24 runs, all earned, 11 walks and 8 strikeouts for Harris, who comes in after Amari Braden goes 2 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 4 walks and no strikeouts. It is 12-11 Skeeters. This is game 1 of 3. What in the world is going to happen in the next 2 games between these two teams? I don't know. Top of the order set to face Harris after the Weinbarger 2-run homer to grab the lead, and then Castillo's single. Now in steps Avery Barton, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Hit and run. Stopped it short by Sanchez, and she's out. Oh, boy. They already used the challenge. And she was safe, but challenge is used. Oh, my gosh. The whole Skeeters team came out of a dugout. That's a tough one. Now Kate Westmiller, who's 1 for 3 with a run. Strike 1 from Harris. Popped foul. Off the top of the stands, 0-2. Slow roller. Who wants it? It's Sanchez. The throw is wild. Runner will score. E6. 13-11. As Castillo comes in. Westmiller's on second for Jenna Redders, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI, a walk, and a run. Strike 1. Quickly 0-2. Redders waits and sends. Vukadinovich will make the catch. 2 down. Now Harris has to face Avery Miller, who's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run. Drove in a run in the third with an RBI single. Back to the circle. Harris comes in and gets out of it. An error brings in a run. But that's it. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Skeeters back up after the Annalisa Weinbarger 2-run shot. Okay, Phinz, your move. It's 13-11 Skeeters, but the Phinz have put up 11 runs in the last 2 innings. Now they got 2-3-4, Braden, Vukadinovich, and Taylor against Miranda Gill. Bottom 5. Braden's 0 for 1 with a flyout, an RBI, and 2 walks. She's scored once. Braden out towards center field, and that's gone! Oh my goodness! Another plot twist. 1-run ball game. And another change. Steinhorst is going to come back in. And we'll step aside for a moment as Gill exits. So Steinhorst is back in. And ball 1 to Paige Vukadinovich. Gill leaves after 2 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Steinhorst back in after 2 innings, 3 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, and a strikeout. 2-0 on Paige, who is 0 for 3 with an RBI. She scored twice. Three and out. Over on the other field, top of the 7th, all tied up at 3, impact and slice. Just a standard little softball game with Tom on field 2. That is the opposite of this. Ball 4. So Vukadinovich draws the walk. Now Jessie Taylor can give the Phinz the lead. She won't do that, but she'll get a base hit. Her second knock of the day. 2 for 3 outing for Taylor. 2 on, nobody out. Now comes Mariah Sanchez, who's 2 for 3 with a run scored. Sanchez to center field. Vukadinovic will round third. She's going to try and tie it. And she's safe. RBI single for Sanchez, and we are all square again at 13. And now the grand slam hitter, Lily Palante, who's 2 for 3 with 5 RBIs. 13 all. And she fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. In the air towards center field. This got a little bit of carry on it. The catch is made, and both runners are gunning for an extra base. And they both make it, 1 down. So a productive out. Go ahead at third for Tanis Jackin, who singled in the 4th. Tanis out of Boston College. Now hitting 400. Does not have an RBI, so could give the Phinz the lead again with one of those. Bunted foul. Jackin past the shortstop Redders. The Phinz are in front again. 2 RBI single. It's 15-3. And I need to restate what I said. It is 15-13, not 15-3. Otherwise, the game would very much be over. Sanchez and Taylor both in. Clean count for Faith Whitted. Faith Whitted had one of the hardest hit balls we've seen today that was caught by Tegan Riley at third base. Jackin takes off. Throw 8 up Redders a bit. Second stolen base for Tanis here today, and now she's got 4 this summer. And a strikeout for Steinhorst. Collects out number 2 and brings up Sam Albert, who's 0 for 2 with an RBI and a run. That's a fair ball. That's a single for Albert. A literal base hit. And now Albert will take second and get tagged out. I think she was confused about what Mickey Dean was saying. The inning is over. This game is off the rails. Let's go to the 6th. 15-13 Phinz. Okay, Skeeters, back to you. 5, 6, 7 due up. Chadwick, Hawk, and Muller. Grace Harris, third pitcher of the day for the Phinz. That's fouled off by Lindsey Chadwick, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. One and one. Over on the other field, bottom of the seventh, runners on the corners tied up at 3. In fact, now they're going to extras. Sharply over to second. But there's out number 1. That is the first time, as I double check, yes, that's the first time the leadoff batter for the Skeeters has been retired. Adelaide Hawk is 0 for 2 with an RBI and 2 runs. Foul ball. In case you're just joining us, the Skeeters were up 10-0 going to the bottom of the third. And it's kind of really all I need to say. Now it's 15-13. Just back and forth we've gone. Skeeters grab a lead again in the top of the 5th. Just something in the water today on field 1. Foul ball. Right to second. Catch made by Franzen. 2 up, 2 gone. Here's Alexa Mullers, 2 for 3 with an RBI, a double, 2 runs. Grace Harris has come in and really settled things down, done a very nice job. It's pretty much by far been the most effective pitcher for either side in this game. And a strikeout for Harris. Well, the one thing we had not seen in this game was a 1-2-3 inning, and we just got it. Harris mows down the Skeeters, and the Phinz will look for insurance when we come back. Phinz will look to add with the top of the order due up. Morgan, Braden, Vukadinovich. And Alexis Morgan will start off with a base hit. Third hit of a day. She's now 3 for 5. First pitch single will bring up Amari Braden, who is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs, a home run, 2 walks, and 2 runs scored. Braden out of Pittsburgh takes it high. Bunted foul. Well, it'll be the bottom of the order for the Skeeters. Riley, Weinbarger, Castillo in the 7th. That portion got him the lead back in the 5th. High chopper that got just by Morgan. Back-to-back singles. 2-on, nobody out for the Phinz. I got to calculate the hits. That's 5, 7, 12, 14 hits today for the Phinz. The Skeeters have 13 runs on 11 hits. Paige Vukadinovich is hitless today. 0 for 3 with an RBI and 3 runs. Both runners were on the move. Back to Steinhorst, the throw to third won't be in time. Unsuccessful fielder's choice will load him. And I think the impact just walked off the slice based on the cheers I heard. Jesse Taylor is 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs. Yes, indeed. The impact just beat the slice 4-3. Taylor, Bomb City, 3-run shot, and maybe it's a grand slam. I miscounted. Math is not my strong suit. 19-13 Phinz, and that is definitely going to be the dagger. Grand slam for Taylor and a 6 RBI day. Grand slam for Jesse Taylor. 6 RBIs today, and she's now a triple short of the cycle. That is 2 grand slams in the game for the Phinz. Oh, well, I was updating the standings. So Jesse Taylor has suddenly... I mean, this game's about to be over. Sanchez out to right. There's a catch. One gone. You get a base runner if you're the Phinz. You're a bomb away from closing this bad boy out. Now Lily Palante. She had the first grand slam back in the 4th. Strike one from Steinhorst. Palante is 2 for 4 with 5 RBIs. Just, again, this was a 4-0 game after 2 innings. So my apologies to Jesse Taylor. Palante, that's past the center fielder. Good effort from Castillo. There's the slide. There's the triple for Palante. She's now a double short of the cycle. Tanis Jackin is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Bunted. Riley, no play. Single for Jackin. She's 3 for 3. And the game-ending run is at first and probably going to steal. Whitted. Bunts it foul. Whitted is 0 for 2 with a harsh lineout and a strikeout. In the air to center field. Catch is made. The tag is applied. And now running is Jackin, and she's out. And that's the end of the inning. So it is 20-13, and we go to the 7th. The Jesse Taylor grand slam. A Faith Whitted sac fly is the last play of the inning. And the Skeeters will need 7 when we come back. Well, earlier today, The Squeeze beat the Pioneers 29-0, and we were asking, has anyone reached 20 ever in FGCL history? And we couldn't find a yes. We have 2 yeses on this field today. It's nearly 5 o'clock. Somehow it never rained. Bottom of the order, due up for the Skeeters. And I'm just saying, yes, it's a 7-run ball game, but this has had just all the weirdness today. So it doesn't feel like it's foregone conclusion that the Phinz are going to end this. Tegan Riley's 1 for 2. Strike there. A walk, an error, a single. She's driven in a run. She has scored twice. On the ground, a short, good throw, 1 gone. Palante fielded that well. That's off the glove of Palante. Weinbarger's going to reach. And that's her 3rd hit of the day. So with 1 out, a base runner for the Skeeters. And here's Ava Castillo, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Popped up. Boy, they're all going to Palante. 2 down. Avery Barton back to the top of the order. First pitch foul. Barton is 1 for 4 with a single, a run scored. Since then, a strikeout looking a pop out and a ground out. Two and one. We've had 33 runs on a combined 29 hits in this game. Barton out towards center field. The Skeeters get 2 back. Avery Barton gets the Skeeters a little bit closer with her 2nd home run of the summer. (20-15). Still 2 outs, so the Phinz are almost home free. Here's Kate Westmiller, who's 1 for 4 with a run scored. So that's a 2 for 5 day for Barton. Westmiller fouls it off. Watch out, cars. People are leaving because Impact Slice is over. Got to remain aware. In the air to left. Braden will make the catch, and that is the ball game. From down 10-0 to a 20-15 victory, and the Phinz take the kookiest game one you'll see this summer. The Phinz with the win go to 4-9. The Skeeters drop to 2-10. That'll do it for us as the Phinz win it 20-15 on this field alone. Let me do some quick math. In 3 games today, we saw a total of 72 runs. 72 runs on this field in 3 games. And now we say goodbye. For producer Gracie, I'm Gray Robertson. Thanks for hanging out. Phinz 20, Skeeters 15, your final score. Game 2 coming up tomorrow. I think I'm going to go to bed. We'll see you in the morning, everybody.